Aren't you a cutie pie? I'm not going to make this video very long because it's too noisy and too cold. I mean, too cold, but it's kind of noisy. Look at this. The tree grew around this tree, which is now dead. It's sliding back and forth because it's windy and groaning. Come on, let's get some action here before my hand freezes. Yeah, there it goes. Noisy forest. Come on. Ah! Just before I took the camera out, I gave a good all the trees are crackling because it's cold. They said tonight the temperature here in northern Vermont, almost northern Vermont, Lake Champlain Valley, it's supposed to be -10 to -20 Fahrenheit, which is 25, 30 below Celsius. Did you know, and I've mentioned this before, I only mention it in the cold of the winter, did you know that Celsius and Fahrenheit scales intersect, coincide, come together at -39 Celsius and Fahrenheit? They're the same. Can't do two hands here, but 20 degrees Celsius is 68 Fahrenheit. So a nice mild summer day is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 20 degrees Celsius. But when the two scales go down, they actually intersect at -39. So if you hear on the radio they're saying, boy, in the Arctic or Russia or wherever, in Bulgaria, or someone just subscribed to my videos from Slovakia. Where the heck is Slovakia? But they subscribed, so one day I'll have to go visit them in Slovakia. Anyhow, if you hear that it's cold in Slovakia, they say, man, it's 40 below Celsius. I say, well, that's probably mild in Fahrenheit. No, actually, it's exactly the same. 39 is the same as 39 Celsius or Fahrenheit. And what's absolute freezing when nothing can move, budge? I remember this from science class or biology or whatever the hell it was. Here we go. -276 on the Kelvin scale. -276 Kelvin. Has an alligator got you? I thought we are walking in the woods. You mean the real woods? How about the Black Forest in Germany? After we drive on the Autobahn. I think in Texas they just raised the speed limit somewhere. I forget where now. I heard it to 80 or 85? 85, I think. Cool, huh? I got a ticket in Banning, California for going 87. It's making me crazy. Some law office just called me. I answered the phone. I said, this is CORVAIRWILD. I said, this is the law office driver here. I said, pardon me, ma'am, could you please enunciate so I can understand what you're saying? This is the law office driver. She's fumfing. I said, take the marbles out of your mouth and tell me who you are. I'll go back on a different line. Don't people realize when you call somebody that they have no idea who you are, and you might be on a cell phone, so many people are nowadays, and you might be driving in a loud T-Ruck, or maybe you have a different accent than they do. Twice she said who she was, and after I hung up the phone, I realized that it was law office. Some lawyers say they get $200 and up. One lawyer wanted $275 to take my case and try to get the charge dismissed or reduced. A couple of them wanted $500. The ticket's only $367. Meep, meep. Passing. You can take driver ed courses online in California. Meep, meep. Go get him, Mugs. There's a big mature tree here. So anyhow, this started off with noises of trees crackling in the woods. And we got off subject to people calling and not enunciating who they are. Hi, this is CORVAIRWILD calling from YouTube. It's hard enough reading what people write me in their messages or comments. No punctuation. Wrong words in the wrong places.
Got a picture.
Yeah, you gotta mark your spot. He's a little boy dog. Little boys have to mark their spot. Someone did right there. Boy. Beautiful, huh? Beautiful mature forest. Mix of hardwoods and softwoods. Whew. Bunch of snow under your boots. These are made in Canada. They had some Kamiks at the shoe store we went to. K-M-I-C-K, Kamik, made in Canada. But the rest of them were made in Indonesia and China. Oh boy. Mugs. Walking in the woods one day in the very chilly month of January. Yep, when you call people up and you leave a message on their answering machine after the greeting or their voicemail on their cell phone. Hi, this is Billy calling from United Technologies. No, hi, United Technologies. We saw a good movie last night. I think I mentioned it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I mentioned it briefly. The Guilt Trip. Just like my trip, and Mrs. CW was all jealous because I didn't take her with, giving me the guilt trip. I should have gone on that trip. Why'd you go with Billy? It was a good movie. Family entertainment. No swearing. We watched it right to the end. They showed a few outtakes at the very end. Like the Native American Indian guy from New Mexico in the back seat who made an exactly 1 second appearance. I'll show you what's doing on the lake in the bay in a few minutes. The waves, white caps. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, poor Muggs. Doesn't quite have his balance. Oh, the Allen Hill Trail. I think we're going to intersect with the Allen Hill Trail. This is so nice. Good exercise. Burn off the calories from that restaurant we ate at last night. Even though I don't eat meat, rarely. I had a piece of salmon and salad and balsamic vinaigrette for dressing. No dressing for me. Yuck. I hate creamy dressings. I hate creamy stuff. Yuck. Am I yakking too much? You would think so? Should I stop talking on my long road trips, making half-an-hour videos with the camera pointing at the window with me?
You said you're going to do a short video.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I'll turn it off then.